Millennials, we're a polarizing bunch. Some perceive our desire for convenience as laziness, while others refer to us as the me generation. And although much can be debated about Gen Y, one thing is certain: millennials are willing to be adventurous, and the wine industry is taking notice. For decades, wine has been considered the bastion of older, more sophisticated drinkers. But according to a 2017 report by Wine Intelligence, millennials now make up approximately 40% of the wine drinking population in Australia. And it's not just early adoption that sets millennials apart from their predecessors. Their motivations are different too. Older drinkers have characteristically shown a strong correlation between high income and education levels with wine drinking behaviours, perpetuating wine's long-lasting reputation of being a fancy drink. On the contrary, millennial wine drinking culture has developed independently of socio-economic factors. Instead, their drinking habits appear to be closely related to those of their friends and family. Those who associate with wine drinkers or come from wine drinking households tend to adopt similar wine drinking behaviours, regardless of income, education, or age. This is having huge implications for the way wine is marketed and consumed. Meanwhile, as millennials demand more sustainable futures, the wine industry is left thirsty for innovation. Globally, over 10 million tonnes of grape waste, also known as POMACE, are produced each year. That is equivalent to 16 Empire State Buildings of waste. In landfill, this waste releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas. It is also estimated that bottling and transport account for 2/3 of the wine industry's carbon footprint, a shocking amount considering that only 30% of glass containers are recycled. Globally, grape growers and winemakers have felt the effects of climate change. And with the recent COVID-19 crisis, the economic repercussions are being felt especially by small wineries. Faced with this new reality, the industry must look beyond the traditional. Australian wine gives the best example of this. From the use of screw caps to our famous goon bags, Australian wine caters to the no-fuss drinker. Australia is the 6th largest wine producer in the world, Victoria being its 3rd largest wine-producing state. With over 1,000 grape growers and 750 wineries, Victoria directly contributes $7.6 billion annually to the state's economy. And although the wine industry in Victoria has thrived in the past, it relies on a healthy environment for its survival. Some efforts have been made to reduce the impact of wine packaging. Rewine Bar in Melbourne is a good example. They've reduced waste by selling wine straight from the barrel in refillable glass bottles. Meanwhile, Garçon Wines developed recycled PET plastic bottles, reducing carbon emissions through transport efficiency and replacing glass. But although PET is technically recyclable, recycling systems are far from ideal, and many plastics end up in our environment. So, how do we bridge the gap between the wine industry and the environment? Simple, by designing out waste. We bring you Twine. Twine is a celebration of interconnection. We believe we're all intertwined through our common interest in supporting small businesses and caring for the environment through innovation. Our vision is to transform the wine industry into a circular economy with the use of emerging biotech. By designing biopolymer packaging derived from viticultural waste, paired with a zero-waste urban winery experience and an app, we aim to engage with wine consumers and bring attention to the possibility of sustainable packaging through material innovation. The Twine vision starts with the base material, PHB polymer, made with byproducts from the winemaking process. PHB is a biopolymer produced by certain bacteria under specific conditions. It decomposes in soil, compost, and aquatic environments, yet has similar properties to polypropylene, a petroleum-based polymer. Emerging biotech companies like Aienia in Spain and New Light Technologies in the US have started producing PHB made from agricultural waste, but costs remain high when compared to petrochemical plastics. Twine PHB follows recommendations in various scientific journals to make PHB economical. It integrates waste from various points of the winemaking process, and its bottle and bar proposal are a compelling plan for early adoption. So how is the twine biopolymer made? Step 1. Sugars and polyphenols are extracted from the grape pomace using CO2, ethanol, and water. For this process to be sustainable, CO2 is sourced from wine fermentation, ethanol is obtained from grape pomace, and the water used is treated wastewater from wine production. Step 2. The resulting grape pomace is converted into volatile fatty acids. Step 3 is the growth of bacteria Cupriovitis nicata, occurring in 2 phases. Phase 1 involves the pre-growth of bacteria in the sugar solution from step 1. Phase 2 consists of growing the bacteria in the volatile fatty acid solution obtained in step 2. Lastly, the bacteria are destroyed in solvent and the insoluble pure PHB granules are filtered. The circularity of this process means all byproducts have added value. The extracted polyphenols, which are compounds with antioxidant qualities, can be sold for pharmaceutical and cosmetic products, and any leftover solid grape waste can be used to produce biogas. The PHB biopolymer is then used to create the reusable twine bottle. With its sleek rectangular profile, it is 50% lighter and 25% smaller than conventional glass bottles, while still containing the standard 750 millilitres of wine. This reduces carbon footprint during transport. The unique ring can be rotated and locks every 90 degrees. It serves as a handle and provides stability when standing upright. A QR code is used to obtain the wine's digital label, allowing the label to change dynamically when refilled. To further challenge the conventional, we designed the twine bioplastic casks. These refillable casks will be sent to the twine bar where customers can refill their bottles. It is at the Twine Urban Winery that our vision comes together. This venue is a space where the community can connect to share their interest in sustainability and innovation. Visitors first encounter the Twine bottle shop and their way into the winery. Once inside, the space immediately brings attention to the waste created in wine consumption through the use of upcycled objects from the traditional winemaking process. Wines are served in rejected glass containers which were destined for landfill, and table surfaces are made out of crushed recycled glass bottles. Meanwhile, all new bioplastic bottles and casks take focal areas in the bar to showcase the future we're aiming towards. The Urban Winery will partner with small winemakers in order to connect consumers with their local industry. If customers have PHB bottles that are damaged or near the end of life, they can give them to the Twine bar staff for decomposition in vermicompost. At the end of the experience, visitors will go through the Twine shop again, where they can purchase wine in the refillable Twine bottles and pay via the app. This entire experience has been designed to tell the Twine vision, highlighting the excessive waste currently produced and the possibility of a waste-free future. Finally, we created a Twine app to enhance the customer's experience, promote sustainable habits, and connect consumers with their local wine industry. Users can obtain the wine's digital label by scanning the QR code on the bottle. This gives them information about the wine and the winery, as well as the carbon footprint associated with their purchase. By understanding the wine's journey from winery to home, the customer can make more sustainable choices. The app also has an online shop, and after any purchase, a wine journal is kept on the user's profile. Finally, the app acts as a community platform where users can see upcoming events at the Twine Winery and read about new innovations. To understand Twine's environmental impact, let's look at the 5 R's of sustainability. Reduce, which is done by eliminating grape pomace and the use of virgin material to make glass. Recycle, which occurs throughout the entire process by recycling viticultural waste and the Twine products. Replace, we're replacing glass with PHB bioplastic for a zero-waste wine industry. Refill, which takes place at the Urban Winery and through home deliveries by reusing the Twine bottles. And responsibility, which we hope to instill in our customers through awareness and education. Beyond its environmental impact, Twine also looks to benefit the community. By adding value to viticultural waste, we hope to benefit grape growers and winemakers by reducing their production costs and increasing the value of their waste. Consumers benefit by having a space where they can explore and imagine a zero-waste culture and have a more direct link to winemakers. So let's celebrate a new connection to the wine industry through our mutual appreciation for the environment and innovation. Let's twine together.